much stick we get.
You are live.
Hello.
Hello.
We are live.
We are
Hello,
live.
everybody.
Let's just wait for me to see it on YouTube. Oh, there we go. I need to change the thumbnail, actually. No.
Hold on. Sorry, my dog just decided to go nuts. Do you go to jail if you strangle dogs?
Well, you was on the stream the other day. Fuck, there's a dog outside. I don't know whose dog it was. It was going fucking mad, and I was going crazy because that's all we fucking heard. Just a little fucking dog. Fuck, I was going mad. It was well pissing me off.
But it weren't my dog.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't your dog. It wasn't your dog.
We live in the same village, but he's not that loud. He can't do it from like a mile away.
All right, let me just find this so I can try and at least change the thumbnail.
I'm going to move over to chat, so I won't see you properly. We got.
Yeah, I don't think I can change
lots
the
of
thumbnail.
people in the house.
We have 148 people so far. Good evening.
Oh, yeah. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us for something different on Darren's Live. I have infiltrated his channel. Infiltrated the channel.
You have.
So, lots of people saying hello.
Yeah, 140 odd people. Good evening, people.
Good evening, everybody. Darren's chin game is strong. Someone's put.
I used to have much more chins than this. Fuck off.
2 chins. No,
yeah, I've got 2 chins now. I used to have 6. Okay.
He used to have more chins than a Chinese phone book.
I did. Yeah.
Anyway. So, like, Dal, I'll just introduce myself and what we're going to be doing, and then you can have like a little moment with your subscribers, seeing as they're your people. Hello, everybody.
My subscribers, they don't need the moment.
So, what I just wanted to let everyone know what I'm doing. I wanted to let you get to know the person you subscribe to. So, I'm going to be asking Darren some questions, and they are going to be the game related questions. So it's not all going to be about the game. There'll be some personal questions in there as well. We'll try and make it as much of a laugh as we can and let you know the relationship we've got as brothers. Tell you a little bit about where we come from and a little bit about our family, I would imagine. So I just thought, if I'm playing my beard, by the way, can you tell me off? Because I'm used to being told a lot. Like,
you're looking at the camera like, oh, look at that beauty.
No, I'm not, because I can't see you properly because I've just got the chat up. So it's just a habit. I can't help it. So what we'll do is we can't make anyone moderators in this chat, unfortunately, because we are streaming via StreamYard.
Yeah, I've got some moderators there, so that's fine.
Excellent. So, but only you can really shut people up if they're being horrible. So, but we can take it. We're big boys. Right. So, Dal, have you got anything to say? Have you got anything you want to talk about?
Nah, not really.
Before we get started,
I'm good. I'm good.
You're good, yeah. Okay, cool. Right. So, what we're going to start with then is we're going to start with from the beginning, Darren. We're going to start that. When you first downloaded the game, how long ago was that?
5 years ago. 5 years ago for a mobile game, yes.
So you were in your 20s.
Correct. I was.
Now you're an old bastard.
Yeah. It seems such a long time ago for a mobile game. Like, the longest I've ever played a mobile game before this is probably like a week, 2 weeks. And
really?
Even like, I've got no interest in tanks. Like, tanks does not interest me at all.
If you just ruined another one of my questions, by the way.
End of stream. Questions done. See you later, guys.
See you later, everyone. No, stay with us. Stay with us. So right, we'll talk a little bit through that then. So 5 years ago, what made you download that game? Was there anything in particular you can remember that stood out that you wanted to download the game? Was it an accident? What happened?
My work, obviously, as most of my subscribers know, I don't do a lot at work. So me and my workmates, like when we get finished, like we work 12 till 12. So 12 in the afternoon till 12 till midnight. Usually we're done all our jobs around 7, 8 o'clock at night. So we get 4 to 5 hours to do what we want. So we used to just sit in the office and watch films on the office. And but then our IT department sort of put a ban on that so we couldn't access them sites. So then my workmate just
because of people like you,
because of exactly people like me, And then my workmate he used to play games, and the first game was actually that he got me to download was Coindozer, and we would just sit in the office playing Coindozer, like, and then he come up to me and said, "Yeah, I've got another game for you to play," and he said, "Well, the Tank Splits," and I was like, I've got no interest. So we downloaded it, I played it. Didn't think nothing of it, to be honest. So I just played it for about an hour maybe, and then uninstalled. And then he realized then a few weeks later, like, oh, we can actually play with each other. We can join in like a platoon. And it's
like play the game or just play with each other? Like, what do you mean?
Both. Under the office table, no. Both. So I downloaded it again, and we started playing together. And then that's it. And then I just carried on. And that was 5 years ago.
Nice. So that I just wanted to. I was just interested. Now, do you remember? I used to really take the mickey out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not taking the mickey out of you anymore, am I?
You're not now, no.
So do you remember that picture?
I went Tankfest. Yeah, when I went.
Yeah, you did.
So
how long ago was that Tankfest in?
We go every year. Obviously, Tankfest is supposed to be every June. This year's got cancelled, obviously.
Okay.
So that would have probably been about 3 years ago. About 3 years ago that I got that the cap and the T-shirt and all that. That was about 3 years ago.
All right. Okay. Just a quick one. Darren is going to be doing some probably a gameplay live after.
Maybe I'll go live after, like, playing on PC. My normal live streams, maybe.
Yeah. So this is something a little bit different. Just to do a little interview with your person that you like watching, for you to get to know him a little bit, hopefully have a bit of a laugh. And just on questions, by the way, we're not ignoring you. We can see the chat, but it's quite difficult from our end to answer all the questions whilst talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I will see questions. And if I remember any of them, I'll ask him. But what I'll do is towards the end of the stream, I'll ask you guys if you've got any questions for Darren or for me, and we'll answer those questions as best we can for you. So anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. Right, so moving on then. So that you had that first Tankfest, was it about a year in? How long was that?
It was a year in, yeah. It was a year in.
And do you remember that? Go on. No,
there was actually a reason. There was actually a reason I went Tankfest. I never really wanted it. Didn't really interest me, but there was actually a good reason for me to go to Tankfest.
Was that to get away from the family, or?
No, it wasn't. It was because, as most of you know, you won't know. My good friend and my clan leader, Amunet, she runs a Facebook page for World of Tanks Blitz. And at the time, like, of just joining this game, me and my workmate joined this Facebook page, and I thought she was a pretty good player, and because she was always posting like good battles, and then I didn't know it was a she at the time. So then when my workmate said, "You do know that this is a girl," I said to her, like, "You're pretty good for a girl, like for a mobile game." And she took,
sexist.
She was really offended by that.
Really?
So I kept trying to make up to her and kept saying, like, let's platoon, like where we play together. And she was like, nope, I'm never platooning with you. You hurt my feelings. So leading on, and Tankfest was coming up. Oh, hello, Ripple Strut. Good, hello, welcome. He's actually wargaming. He works for the game, which is what I was telling you. So Ripple Strut. So
hello.
She was talking. We was talking, and she said we said about this Tankfest, and then she said, "I'll only platoon with you if you come to Tankfest, like to meet up in person." And so that's why we went. all because I wanted to platoon with Amunet. Like, so yeah.
She's still streaming now. Does she still stream?
Yeah, she does. She still plays. She's still my clan leader. We're in the same clan. She's the clan leader, and we're really good friends.
Wow.
We're really good friends. I don't know if you remember a few years ago when we had Kieran. Kirsty, my wife, put something on Facebook where someone had dropped like a basket off with a load of goodies on our doorstep.
Okay.
And yeah, she arranged that. Someone drove from London all the way to my house, and I got home from work, and there was like this big basket, and it was a load of baby stuff. And yeah, that was from the clan, and she arranged it. And yeah, we got pretty close. Like, she's even friends with Kirsty on Facebook. Like, so
really,
yeah.
I'm just basically sorry, Dal. I've just thought of this. I'm just going to see, because I haven't like told any of my subscribers that I'm even doing this interview. And although they're not into tanks, they might be like, this is just a bit of a chat, so they might be interested. I'm just going to shout up the stairs to Becca to see if she can see if she can maybe put something on her Instagram or something. See if she can find the live and put a screenshot or something. 1 second. Hold that thought. You can answer. You can talk to your lovely subscribers for 2 seconds.
Questions.
1 second. I'll take my earphones out so you don't hear me shouting.
No worries. How's it going, people? Hello, Meadsy Dodge Viper here. Hello, Dodge Viper. I love this little streaming thing. You can actually click on people's names.
Downstream, take a screenshot.
He's Raw Fatness. More videos, please, from Shucks Boo.
Just put on your screenshot. Tony's now live interviewing.
How did the anniversary go? Angus Johnson.
Thank you.
We won't talk about the anniversary. We won't.
Right, yeah, she's going to do that. Sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Right, there we go.
Your brother is so funny.
Funnier than him. He knows that, though. He knows he can't compete with the funniness. That's what can I say? I'm the oldest of 4 brothers, so let's go on to that a little bit. No, actually, we'll shelf that. We'll move on to a couple more of the questions, because I want to build a story. I want to build this up to like where you've gone from and where you are now. So you went to Tankfest a year in.
One second. Does your brother support Spurs as well? Yes, he does. We're both Spurs fans.
Who else would he support? I was the big influence on that, because otherwise he would have been supporting Arsenal or West Ham, and we can't have that. No. That was a big no. So yeah, we end up 3 of the 4 brothers end up supporting Spurs. There's 4 of us, and one of the brothers is a bit of a div, and he supports Arsenal.
Yeah.
So, but he got lots of slaps for that anyway. Do you remember the arguments around the dinner table about that? Do you remember me calling like Tony Adams a donkey and stuff, and him losing his shit and stuff like that?
Yeah, and he's pissed off with it.
Yeah.
He's not a donkey.
He's not a donkey, and he started crying. Do you remember?
Yeah.
That's funny times. Right. So do you remember the photo? You're a year in. You're at Tankfest. You come back. You bring some goodies back, some free merch, and. Do you remember me coming round and trying your merch on without you knowing and taking a picture?
Yeah.
I posted it to your Facebook with me looking like a right dog. I was taking the mick out of you playing tanks.
Yeah.
And going to Tankfest. So the last laughs on me, eh?
It is. To be honest, you're not the only person. Kirsty, my wife, used to always say to me, "You are such a sad twat." Like going to Tankfest, meeting these tanky friends. Like playing your game, speaking to them, like you are such a sad twat. She doesn't say that now, considering my revenue gets us to the Caribbean. Like she doesn't say that now. Trust me.
She wants new pair of trainers or something.
She's telling me, "Are you streaming tonight?" Maybe. Like, so yeah, that soon changed as well.
Yeah, it's got a little bit like that in my household. Becca's like, we do our lives, and they're like this. So me and Becca do a live stream about someone in like the perfume industry or fragrance industry, and we interview them. Now you guys won't all know them. I won't say any names or anything, but we do it together. And it started. I'll tell you how it started. It started with me doing the lives, and Becca used to sit in the chat taking the piss out of me. So she used to take the piss out of me, and then all my subscribers then went on to basically say, basically went on to they'd say things like, "Oh, when's your wife going to come and take the piss out of you?" and stuff like that. So it led like that, and then eventually she agreed to come on the channel and take the piss out of me on the same screen. And then we got the idea of interviewing other people, and that's why I wanted to interview you, because we seem to have like
people love it when people take the piss out of each other. They love it. Like,
you know what, they do love it.
This community absolutely love it. But
and you know, one thing I'm proud of you, Av, is that you don't take yourself too seriously with it.
No. I had a stream, right? I had a stream, and I had some guy in there trying to call me names.
Thank you, Becca.
Hello, Becca. I had one guy in there trying to call me names, like, "Oh, your mum," and I was like, "Dude, seriously, like, if you're gonna offend me, at least try and offend me." And I had the whole stream, 200 odd people, all trying to call me names. And I
was in that stream.
All I said to him is, as long as you don't mention my kids, that's out of bounds. You can mention my wife, you can mention my mum, you can mention my nan, you can. Nothing offends me, nothing, unless you mention the kids, obviously, as most fathers will. Nothing offends me. And we just had the whole string trying to call me names, and I'm like, bruh, come on, you got to do better than fucking that. Come on. And no one can offend me. And it's like, I don't take anything too serious.
We're quite thick-skinned. I think because we're one of four, like we're of four boys. I think, and not just that, we were coming from a family that just used to take the piss out of each other all the time.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember, like, even Granddad would take the piss out of us like mad, wouldn't he?
Yeah. We come from a family where you would tell another brother to put his finger in a light bulb socket.
Yeah, and you know what? He fucking did as well, the mug.
Hang a brother out of a balcony. Like, it's just not the normal stuff, you know.
Yeah, we did. That was awesome. We had a good upbringing. It was we were quite lucky, really. It wasn't the easiest at times. We had too many of us. Mum and Dad obviously didn't have a TV when they were younger. They bred like rabbits, and like we didn't get like all the attention in the world, but they were always loving and nice to us, at least, weren't they? So nice. Right, so moving back to your channel, so Tankfest has gone, you're back, I've taken the piss out of people, things are moving on. So at what time did you start streaming after you first played the game? Talk us through that.
It was about a year. I'd say about a year, because I was always an iPhone guy. And 1 second. So my mate had an Android at work, and he showed me like, "Oh, look, I can record. There's an app to record my games." And I'm like, "Oh, I want to start recording my games. Like, I'm getting pretty good at the game. I want to start showing my good games." And it was like, well, unfortunately, you can't on an iPhone, because you couldn't record the screen on an iPhone back then. So it's like, well, you know what? Fuck iPhone. I'm going to get an Android. So I literally bought out my contract to get an Android. I think it was the S7, the first phone I had to record. And I started.
Darren, hold it. What new phone did you get? Because I've seen a few people ask that.
I've just bought. So what I want, because my phone, literally, I don't know if you can see it actually, but let me just.
Wrecked. I see it the other day.
I don't know if you can see it. Like, up here is all busted.
Oh, yeah.
The screen up here is all busted. Like, everything. Like, I'll show you the way I have to charge my phone now is like on this deck thing. And it's even the deck's too small because of the phone. So I've got to put like a fucking bit of cardboard just to hold it up. Like, I can't talk on the phone because my speakers are now fucked. So the way, if someone rings me, I have to literally answer the phone and shout 1 second, and then I have to put in some Bluetooth headphones. And that's the only way I can speak to someone. So considering my phone is my career as such, I thought, you know what, I need to get a new phone. But the Razer Phone 2 for me has been the best thing for my channel, because I can play top graphics everywhere, like 120 frames per second and all that. So I wanted to get another Razer phone. I just wanted to buy my contract.
What you've gone for?
No, well, I couldn't in the end. So I phoned up the company and said, look, I want to know how much it's going to cost to buy my contract out, because I've still got another 6 months or so. And I want to see if it will be cheaper to either buy my contract out or get a second contract at the cheapest option, and then just put my SIM in that phone. So it was
Right.
cheaper to actually get another contract. But unfortunately, they didn't have any Razer phones. So I was like, fuck, I need a phone. And I said, what other gaming phone or what other good phones you got for gaming? And they've said the OnePlus Pro 8.
OnePlus Pro. Ah, OnePlus. Okay, yeah.
OnePlus Pro 8, which I think is the new one. I don't have a clue because I've never heard of it. But it's got 100. It's got 120 hertz screen. It's got 12 gigabyte data. I don't know, but it seems pretty good. So I get that delivered on Monday. Tuesday. Monday, but I'm at my house. But I'm not at my house, so I won't get it until Tuesday. So
I'm streaming from my phone at the moment. It's the 11 Pro Max, the newest one from iPhone, the big one. Oh, mate, what a phone! Honestly, I don't know if it would have coped with the gaming, but the picture quality is insane. Just love everything about it. But hey, I'm an iPhone geek. I've had them for ever.
Always have been, yeah.
Yeah. So you were talking about your. We were talking about moving on to how long did it take to get your YouTube channel, and
so
go back to that.
So I got the S7, started recording games, and if you look back at my first videos, it was literally, I thought I was the dog's bollocks at the game. Not gonna lie, I thought I was like wicked. And my first videos was like, I carried this game. It was titled like I carried this game, and it was like tier 4, like, which is, there's 10 tiers, and tier 4 is like people go to it to farm win rate and stuff like that. So it's new players basically play tier 4. So I just started posting good battles, like, and then eventually I got to like 100 subs, and it was like, wow, fucking hell. And then eventually I put one video out of commentary, which took me ages to do. Didn't really like doing it. So most of my early videos, you'll see it was just the gameplay and then a bit of music in the background. And then I've always had anxiety and stuff like that. So I've never really had the confidence to talk on screen. But once you've done it once or twice, it starts becoming like, I've learned never to watch my videos back. Like even now, I'll never watch it back because I don't know why. It's just a thing that I've always done. It's the thing for me.
It's uncomfortable to start with, but
it is.
I need to watch them back because you know on my videos I have to like quite heavily edit some of them. So it's like you literally have to get it down to the minute detail of editing like something out, and it's like it takes a long time. So you're constantly watching yourself on it, but it's uncomfortable to start with, especially hearing your own voice, as anyone knows. Like hearing your voice back,
it's horrible. Yeah.
But you do get used to it after some time, and eventually it just becomes normal.
Yeah.
Have you heard what people have been doing in the showroom at work?
No.
So I was sitting there doing some work as normal, and customers have walked out, I think, and then all of a sudden the TV goes on, and there's my fucking face on there playing. They've downloaded some of my videos onto a USB, plugged it into the TV, and put it on in the showroom for like everyone to see and take the mick out of.
And that's why that's the problem when you go public with a channel, that you've got a. I've not gone public apart from close family members like yourself, my mum and dad, my brothers. None of my cousins, or obviously maybe you might have spoke to Kevin or whatever, but other than that, no one knows. None of my friends at work, no one knows. None of my friends here. Literally, that's a separate life as such. My game is my game. My YouTube's my YouTube. It's my separate life. I don't get that involved in my normal private life. It's different.
Yeah, that was actually one of my questions. I put like one of my questions was like, I'm really proud of like your channel and your growth, and you kept it quiet from even me for like a long time. It's only when you really started earning a little bit of money from me, like you said, "Oh, did you know I do it? I do this," and I was like, "No, what?"
And that's how I've always been. Like it was always done at fun. It was always done for fun originally, but then I've always said like, if you start doing it and you're not having fun doing it, you need to stop because your content will. But it's hard. Like when you start earning this money, like the most money I earned was say like £700. It's just like fucking hell. Like I only earned 300, whatever the month before, and then you start setting yourself a goal. You start setting yourself a goal. Like I need to beat that. So you start working harder. And now I could leave work if I wanted to. With 40k subs, I could leave work comfortably because I'm earning more money doing YouTube than I am at work. And obviously if I'd left work and done this full time, I could stream every single day and maybe even play other games that I don't want to, because at the minute I don't like relying on this money, because you never know, tomorrow it could all end. So I'd never give up my job to do this, considering I do most of my YouTubing at work, so it's perfect. Because
not in work time, on your lunch break.
In work,
just in case anyone.
In work time, yeah, in work time. So literally, I could go to work. Like I said, we finish at 6, 7 o'clock at the moment. So I've got 5, 6 hours where I just sit in the car, make videos. I could make 6 videos in one day work. So that's a week's worth of videos, which is why I have a video every single day on channel, and I have done for over the last year, because I've got the job that entitles me, that lets me do that.
Have you seen Jackson, Daz?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen
I haven't met your dog, no.
That's Jackson. So Jackson is a bit of a pain in the bum. He loves me to death. Look, he's like literally my dog. But
don't kick the dog.
He's like a pain. He barks at everything. He was just trying to get up near my camera, so I've had to pick him up because he's like a cat. He tries to get on the windows. Yeah, all right, yeah, I love you. He tries to get up on the window to bark at everything coming past, because he thinks he's like the big man. He's got little man syndrome. So sorry to all the little men out. Sorry to all the little men out there. No, I won't kick the dog.
I've got one subscriber that's always telling me, Meadsy, don't kick your dog. Like, I haven't got a dog. For some reason, every live stream that comes on, it's like, Meadsy, don't kick your dog. Like, what dog? But
so yeah, I constantly have to like tell him to shut up because he keep barking at everything. Right, so you tell me a little bit about like the channel group and stuff, and obviously I was quite proud like to find out that you did that, and I wouldn't say it totally inspired me to do that, because I was taking my separate road to you. You know, when you told me about it, I'd sort of thought about it or started it, so I didn't copy you. It was like
yours was
different.
Instagram, wasn't it? It was more of an Instagram.
Yeah, it was. I started growing it on Instagram, and then I see other people were doing like fragrance reviews, and I thought, you know what, I'm starting to build up a bit of a collection here. I think I could do this. I went over to start YouTube and started streaming on there, and then obviously you gave me a little bit of advice and showed me a couple of bits. But yeah, I've gone down my own route completely. It's 2 completely different channels, isn't it?
Yeah.
It has your success has made me think about like, did I go down the right route? But if I went down a route that I didn't necessarily like really enjoy 100%, then I obviously you won't make it a success, because it takes a lot of work, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
So one thing I'll bring up on that actually, and I've had a chat about this with someone, and do you get a lot of people asking you for like subs and stuff like that, like to help them along or share things? Like you've shared me a couple of times.
Yeah,
do you get a lot of people asking you every day?
I do, yes, I do.
Hey Nigel, thanks for joining.
I do get quite a lot. Like, a lot of them's tips, like, can you help me? What's the best way to do this, or how to get subs? And I do. I did have a series. I've stopped doing it now, obviously, with everything that's going on in my personal life. Like, I did have a series where it was promote the YouTuber series. So I would, with the game, and I would find a channel that I like and I watch, and I would just promote their channel. And then I then started doing another one. I only done 1 or 2 series where I would interview a YouTuber, pretty much like we're doing now. And it was good. It was good. And so I get a lot of people asking me like, hey, can you shout out my channel? But that's only because I started doing these series. But I used to get a lot of people asking like, can you give me tips? Can you give me tips? So I've gave them the tips, basically what I did, and that's all I can do. Like,
well, I won't give you any names. I mean, you won't know who they are in my sort of line of like YouTube anyway. But there was someone I've been having a chat with, and he's quite successful in what he does, and he sort of gave me a massive congratulations for just getting to my 1,000. So thanks to you for helping out with that. And one of the things, I just wondered if you got the same. That's why I asked the question, because he was saying that, you know what, it's really important that there's a lot of people that want to start their own YouTube account, and they want to be successful at it, but they don't want to do the work that goes with it. Now, I'm not going to preach here, but let's say I start my own tank game and I haven't got you, and I reach out to you and I say, do you know what? Could you just post me on your thing? If you did that to every person, that's all you would do.
Yeah,
You wouldn't do anything else, would you? It'd just be, that's all you're doing, and then you wouldn't have a channel. So,
which is what I've said about the game. Which is what I've said about the game. Like when I'm in the game, I get so many messages. So many messages. Meadsy, can you play with me? Meadsy this, and I've always said to him, like, I'm not being rude, but I can't answer. Like, I could log into the game now and have 20 messages within 10 minutes. And I physically can't reply to everyone, because if I did, I'd log onto the game and not even play the game. I would log onto the game and just reply to everyone, and that would take me ages. So I can't reply to it.
It's hard because you want to interact with subscribers, but you don't want to alienate anybody, especially if they watch you a lot and stuff like that. And you'll get to know your regular subscribers, but it's hard, isn't it?
And this is what I've said to people: like, I'm only ever going to shout out channels that I think deserve to be shouted out. I'm not going to just some random hillbilly message me, "Hey, shout my channel out." Hi guys, sub to him. I have no fucking idea what he does, but go sub to him. Like, I wouldn't do that. If it's a channel that I know and I watch, yes, I would. Like, I was talking to you yesterday about this this guy I shouted at channel, his Raw Fatness, which he's in the chat now. He's like one of the best players in the game. I shouted him out, and within sort of an hour, he's got 400 subs. Like,
it's mad,
people will sub him, like, if they know of the name.
Your power. I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, I felt really bad about this. They won't watch this anyway, so I'm all right, and I won't say any names. But I had someone did a tag video, and they tagged me on the video. I tagged them a long time ago, and they got round to doing it. And he's messaged me on Instagram saying, "Did it help?" And it did. Like, he's got me some subscribers, but I didn't have the heart to say, no, actually, my brother put a community post on. I got like 100 subs overnight. It's like mad. Like, you've got nearly 40k subs now, haven't you? So if you're watching this and you haven't subbed to him, you should be ashamed of yourself. He needs to get to 40k.
What the fuck
and
you
know
do?
what? I'm a salesman, so you need to do this as well, right? So let's see, Dal, can you see how many likes you've got on this video at the moment?
Yes, I have got
218. How many you've got?
218
likes. And how many people are in the chat?
186.
It's not going to work. Right, okay. If you haven't liked the video, because there will be people that like that don't play, stop the chat, like end the chat, press the like button, and Dan will keep an eye on it, and we'll see what we can get your likes to, Dal, by the end of the stream.
Okay.
Stop the chat, press the button, and sub.
To be honest, my moderators are really good, and every single stream, my moderators are always constantly smash that like button, guys. Like, because it's something that I never even think of asking. Like, if people want to like it, they like it at the end of the day. And that's what I've always been like. I've never been the one to go around, hey, subscribe me, make sure you subscribe, or like. If they want to, they'll do it. I never say it in my videos. Very rare I say it in my videos. Like, if you like the channel, subscribe. I leave it. If people want to subscribe, they will subscribe. Obviously, people do recommend to say it at the beginning of your video and at the end of your video. Like, don't forget to hit that like button, which is fine. But I'm just not that kind of person. It's if they want to sub, they do. And I've got 40,000 subs, so it's worked.
Yeah, I've got I've got a question based on that, actually. So what I really like about your channel, and I sometimes join your lives, I don't really watch the other stuff, because to me, to watch how to play this or do that, like, if I'm not playing the game, it's like it's a bit pointless for me. And I spend so much time on YouTube, and like, I've got to moderate a little bit of what I do, because like taking time away from the family and stuff, so I can't watch everything. But one thing I do watch is your lives occasionally when you're live, because I like the interaction with people. And I've spoken to some of your moderators in like the chat and stuff, and like, what I love about your community is that they all really support you. You don't seem to have much negativity in this industry. And you know what? If people are a bit negative, like your moderators will just bang straight out, leave them alone, and everyone jumps on their back. And I just, you know what? I love that. And like, in the fragrance community, there's some negativity. Like, people get jealous of other people.
There's everywhere.
I've got no reason. I'm very small. I'm quite new to this, so I haven't got a lot of subscribers. But I can't see why. Like, I look up to other people. There's a guy called Fragmental. He's one of the biggest UK YouTubers in the fragrance game, and I like why he gets like a lot of fragrances gifted and stuff, and he's like really successful at what he does, and he's like stuff is the video, the cinematography and stuff like that is insane. I really look up to him without fanboying him. Makes it seem like I'm up his arse. I'm not. He literally what I aspire to my channel being.
Yeah.
And he's helping me. Like he will help me along the way. If I ask him for anything, he will help. And I just love that in both communities, even though they're completely separate things, like that YouTube community seems to be really strong.
Yeah, of course. People don't see this. Like with the game, obviously you won't see it, but the game there is so much toxic. But like you could join a game, it's really bad. The community side is actually like what you don't see is really bad. Like you could join a game and straight away someone says, "I hope your mum gets cancer," or it's really, really bad. Like I've had someone take the piss out of me for what happened with my daughter, things like that. Like it's really bad.
Jeez.
So it's. But being a YouTuber,
how do you handle that? I mean, you're quite thick-skinned like I am anyway. I know you've been struggling recently, but overall as a character, you're quite thick-skinned. Do you like? I don't know how I've handled that. I mean, I haven't come across that negativity yet. I'm sure I will do as the channel grows, and I will be prepared for it because I'm quite thick. I'm quite thick-skinned. I come from the motor trade where everyone takes the piss out of me all the time. So.
And that's what you got to be.
The
plus is that the good side of the community weighs much more than the bad side. Like, and I've had first-hand experience for this. Like, as you know, I had to move house, obviously, with what happened with my daughter. And at the time, the police like moved us, but we still had to pay for this, and we struggled. Like, we didn't have no money, so I was like, right, I've got a community. Like, if they can help me, and I never beg for money. If people donate, I obviously I appreciate any donation, but I've never asked directly. Look, I need. Can you give me this money? But at this point, I had no other choice. So it's like we need to move house now. We're getting death threats. It was a bad time. So I put it on my community tab, guys. I need your help. Like we have to move house. And within sort of 2 days, I got 600 quid, like £600, which paid for the removal van. It paid for the 2 weeks rent. It paid for. It went such a long way, like, and that's the good side of the community. It really is the community, which is why I go to places like Tankfest, not for the tanks because I've got no interest in the tanks. It's to meet the community. It's a different level. Yeah,
that's exactly what I've just said as well. Like it's become. Like the fragrance to me, I know this sounds like quite controversial because people that are into fragrance, they're like, that is everything about it. But to me, it's actually the people and it's the people I've met along the way. And I would call some of them like really good friends now.
Of course, I've made really good friends with some of these. As you know, before this, we used to play a lot of Call of Duty. And where did I go on my stag do?
Yeah,
someone that we met playing Call of Duty. Like he's been down to Owl. We've been paintballing. I've been up to Manchester where he lives.
Like we talk now.
Not really.
Okay.
No, we just lost contact to be fair. And he'd become one of my best mates, Harley. Like he'd become one of my best mates. I went to Manchester, as I said, for my stag do. And that was because you took the piss out of them. In a game, like we'd never met them, and you took the piss out of them because of their Manchester accent. Like it sounds like Coronation Street here, and they loved.
A pair of them ganged up on me, but they thought. They thought maybe I was a little bit funny, and we just had a bit of a back and forward, didn't we? Do you remember?
Yeah, and then like I said, and they become sort of my best mates, and that was funny because Kirsty, my wife, she loved these guys. She loved them coming down, but yet when I go and meet the guys from Tankfest. You're sad. You're a sad cunt. But what's the difference between meeting someone from a phone game and meeting someone from a PS4 game? Like, there's no difference. The phone game, like the PS4 game, you can only talk to them when you're on the PS4. My phone game, I'm talking to them every day at work. Like, and I've made some really good friends. Friends for life.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I'm making those friends for life now. I've got someone he's quite new to YouTube as well, and he's got something like 200 subs, and he's called meadsy69. I will give him a little shout out because he's got 200 and something. I'd love to get him up. He's from Liverpool, and he's like he's a bit of a bloke's bloke, like the sort of people I'd hang around with, like
Gay guys.
Like loves going gay guys, thanks mate. Loves going for a drink and stuff like that, loves a beer. And I love that. I like playing football teams and stuff like that over the years. I love that interaction with men. Only that level, by the way. No other interaction. And,
you heard it here, guys.
Like,
he loves the interaction with men.
He's a great bloke.
I knew it all this time. I knew it.
I'll come out on the old stream. Don't tell Becca, she's not upstairs listening. Honestly. So yeah, no, I'm going to go to Liverpool, and we're going to meet, and we're going to go on like a bit of a sesh. So we're getting too old, so we don't want to go like nightclubbing and stuff. So we're going to do like a day drinking session. And we've said that once this is all over, we're going to definitely meet, and definitely going to meet loads of other people. And,
I've met a few. I've met a few. I've had people invite me to New York and places like that, and I've had someone it's weird because I got talking to someone. Mikey's name is. And he's in the clan. He was like, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Cambridgeshire." And he was like, "Oh, I work up there." I said, "Oh, whereabouts?" He said, "I go to a place in March." I was like, "That's where I live." So every time he works up here, like he used to come up like once every 2 weeks, and we used to go KFC or Weatherspoons, and his work used to buy us breakfast, like, and we used to do it sort of once every 2 weeks. And this is where I got my laptop. Like, he dropped the laptop off here. You can use this. I don't use it, and stream. And yeah, these guys, like I said, we've become really good friends, and we would meet each other. And I was planning on, like, even now, I've said to a few people, look, if things don't go right between me and the wife, first thing I was doing, I'm coming California, guy. I'm coming to see you in California. Like, so yeah, you do make friends for life, definitely.
You do. I've got a friend that does the same thing as me. He's got like 2,500 subs, so he's been doing it a little bit longer than I have. And like, can you believe, like, it's a small world. He lives about 20 minutes from here. So we've done like a collaboration where we did a video together, and I just cannot believe people like it's such a small world.
Yeah, it is
massive. And Argentas, I'm not gay. No,
that's my workmate. That's my workmate who got me into the game. That's my workmate who got me into the game.
I'm quite comfortable with my sexuality. I'll quite happily wear pink and stuff, but I'm definitely not gay. 100%. I like.
He'll quite happily wear a skirt, but he's not gay. Yeah.
Just ignore the high heels. So, like, on that subject, then I'm going to go and get a beer in just a sec. So I'm listening to you, but I'm going to go and grab another beer out the fridge. But can you tell me 5 friends that you've made from doing this? Like 5 really good friends that you'd call good friends. Obviously, the people that he's not going to mention, don't take offense, because he loves you all, I'm sure. But 5 good friends. I'm just going to go and get a beer. I'm listening though. Yeah.
Okay, so 5 good friends. So most of them are probably clanmates. First, I'd go Paul Hot Rocks Calabi. He's helped me a lot over this last couple of months. Last night, we chatted for a few hours. So Paul Hot Rocks Calabi definitely is become a friend for life. That's it. No, I'm joking. Aminette, obviously clan leader. We've come a long way. So Aminette,
she didn't like you when you started.
Even though I took the piss out of her when we first started, yeah. CJ, who's a mod on my channel, he lives in America, and hopefully one day we'll get to meet.
He seems like a good guy, actually.
He's a really good guy. He's a really good guy.
He's in the chat. I've seen him. He's in the chat. Yeah.
Who else?
So what's CJ's name? So just so I know.
Charles. Or Charlie.
Charlie. Okay,
yeah,
we'll call him Charlie. Charlie. Argentas. Do I know Argentas Dow's or not?
No.
Does he go boxing or anything like that?
I think I don't know if you come. Was you there when we went to go karting with him, my workmates? I don't know if he was.
No, I wasn't there. No,
he wasn't that one. So CJ, Paul Hot Rocks, Aminette, Skate Extreme, Jason Welsh. We're really good friends. He's probably one of my best mates on the game. And to be honest, I can name more than 5. You got Lord Cantius, Andy, another Andy, his wife Mel. Like, they become so close. And you've got other people across the pond, like Bushka, who's in Australia. I've met him a few times. He's like the biggest Blitz YouTuber. Doesn't do it no more. He's moved to PUBG. but now he's like the biggest PUBG content creator. Loads of people, obviously. He's Royal Fatness, Mo, TJ. There's loads of people that could potentially be friends for life.
So you've made some awesome friends by the sounds of things.
Most of them are old. Most of them are old
cunts,
actually older than you, to be honest.
Older than me? What, playing games still?
Yeah, exactly.
And do they live with their mum?
Probably.
Don't take offense to that, by the way.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Peter, for your PayPal donation. Thank you.
People like, I don't think because we're on StreamYard, people can donate. So Darren,
no, they can still donate. They can still,
afterwards.
yeah, they can still donate.
Oh, can they?
Yeah. M. Edwards, thank you for your becoming a new member.
And I know that none of you subscribe to me, but if you like this and me and Darren are enjoying ourselves here. If you want us to do this more often, just let us know. But you do need to subscribe to me first. And just let us know that we need to. So Fragdicted, just type the name into YouTube and you'll find me. I'm the good-looking one that's in there. Better looking brother. Right, Darren. On to some more questions. Right. So, what's your favourite video to do? I.e., I'll give you a couple. Whoa, excuse me. Sorry, my beer's going everywhere. Everything's happening at once. 1 second. This is all going wrong. I'm very professional. You can still subscribe to me. Don't worry.
Becca, he's got beer on the sofa.
I haven't. I don't know if she's watching anymore. Right. So, I think I noticed someone in the chat there. Sarah, I think, came onto one of my live streams the other day. Would that be right? Is Sarah a regular sub to you?
Yeah. Sarah.
Yeah, I think
it's actually a boy. I think that's actually a boy.
The other day.
I think it's a boy. What,
Sarah?
Yeah, I don't think his name's actually Sarah. I could be wrong, and if I am Sarah, I'm so sorry, but I don't think it is.
Really?
Yeah, people are weird with these names. I got a clanmate called Bobby Bob, but his name's Josh. Like, where do people get these names from?
My dogs have decided they want to like fight and stuff while I'm doing a live stream, which is great and really professional. Jackson, like, stop it. Otherwise, boom, beat you up. Behave yourself. Sorry. I don't want to give my dogs death threats while I'm talking to you.
No, I'm not a boy. No, I'm not a boy. No, I'm not a boy. So is that, no, you're not? I'm a boy?
Sarah,
so you're actually a girl, Sarah? I'm so sorry.
Put that into the chat. Sarah, are you a boy or girl? Just like boy or girl. Right? Keep it simple because our little brains don't compute.
Yeah, they don't.
So it says here, all right, I've got another couple of questions. So, yeah, the type of video you like to do the most. So I've got a couple of examples. So testing new tanks out that no one else has got their hands on.
Yes.
I know if I've got a new fragrance that not a lot of people have tried, I'm like, oh, that cat's got the cream type.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm so sorry.
Is Sarah a boy or girl?
She's a girl and her name's Sarah, believe it or not.
Hi, Sarah.
How you doing?
So, you're all right at playing this for a girl. That's what Darren once said, wasn't it, Darren? Yeah. Oh dear.
My girl viewers are like 0.01% on YouTube. My girl subs. I do apologize.
I'm not surprised, to be fair. I'm not surprised. Yeah. So
I'm not there for the game. They're there for my looks, obviously.
Obviously. So right, Darren, back to the question. New tanks, lives, replays. What's your favorite type of video that you enjoy? Not your viewers, that you enjoy doing the most.
I would probably say I enjoy my World of Dummies. So I've got a series of World of Dummies, and that's where basically it's a team full of fucking retards. Basically, like someone would send it in a game, like, look at these twats, and they're useless. That'd be like you playing the game for the first time, sort of thing.
That's what I was just going to say. Like,
so I do like, because a lot of them I don't watch until I'm recording. So I might scroll through it to see if there's anything like worth watching. And then normally when I'm actually recording it and adding voice, that's the first time I've watched this replay. So I'm sort of, you're getting it live from me. Like, what the fuck is he doing? So I do enjoy recording World of Dummies. And probably my top 5. I love doing the top 5 because so many people have got, and I get so much abuse. Like, it's unbelievable how much abuse I get. Like I would do top 5 best tanks. And I would name my favorite, then my favorite top tanks, and then I get abused. Why the fuck is that your tank? It's fucking shit. Like, dude, it's my fucking opinion, man. It's like, if you don't like it, fair enough. But yeah, but I enjoy that abuse. Like, people don't know. Like, I live from this abuse. Like, I love it. Same as when people abuse you in the game. You're a fucking retard. Yes, I am. Like, fucking.
Did you see CWA's comment? I don't play it anymore because I've completed it. That was one of my comments on your live stream. Don't play this, I've completed it. A game that can never be completed, but I have completed it, mate.
Legend, CJ.
So that's your favorite types of videos, right?
Yeah.
So I've said about the community and stuff. So you're the youngest of 4 boys.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest, you're the youngest, and there's 8 years difference between us. 32, am I right?
I'm coming up 32 next month, yeah.
So 9 years. So 8.5 years.
Old.
I am old. I am. So I'll be too old to play games now. Like, people wouldn't take me seriously because it's a young man's game.
No, that's not true. Paul Hot Rocks, Calabi, fucking I don't know about CJ. No, CJ's not as old as you, but Lord Cancius, these are all older than you. Andy, Everton, they are mega old. Like, there's old,
really,
and then there's them. Like,
there's them.
Thank you, the gaming tank, for your donation.
Oh, so the donations are working.
Yeah.
Ah, awesome. At least
and
you know it does.
It does say how many viewers as well on above
I'm
my
on
head.
commission. I'm on commission in this stream, Dal. Hold on a minute.
What's your next question?
I'm on commission.
What's your next question?
You're
not a salesman today, Tony.
Move on. Right. So, yeah, we said about your community and stuff, which I think is awesome. You're the youngest of 5 boys. Does that make you spoilt?
I don't know. I got told off a lot. I got told
You're
off.
a twat.
I got told off more, I think, than anyone else. But I don't think I've ever been spoiled. Maybe I got away with more things than I should have. But
you definitely got more away than I got with. So, right, let me tell you this. Let me tell you from my point of view. Right,
Mum did not treat me better than you, Tony.
Right. By the time you got to, you got of an age where you couldn't be slapped anymore, right? Let's put it
last week, yeah.
Right, last week. It was illegal to slap children by the time Mum and Dad had grown up a little bit. Like, when Mum had me, she was 16, so she was still really young herself. And let me tell you, Mum had a temper, so I'd get she won't admit to this, but she would beat shit out of me. No, she wouldn't. Right. So it wasn't illegal to slap kids when I was a kid, but it was illegal when you were a kid. How is that fair? So in my eyes, I was just spoiled because of that.
Yeah, I still got slapped. I got slapped a lot. She used to slap me for everything, like every word she spoke. Like,
every syllable, Don't you do this.
Sometimes my dad had to tell her to stop. Like, love, that's enough. Leave him. So, I got slapped a lot. I got grounded a lot. Like, it didn't help getting caught smoking weed at 11, but that's
You're a twat.
Yeah.
I've never done weed. I've never done drugs, and yet you're the rebel. You're the one that smokes. I drink, but I don't smoke.
Come on.
No, I'm not. I maybe have tried a bit of weed, but I've never.
There we go.
I'll tell you how you define it. Right? Is have you ever bought it? Because if you've bought it, then that counts. If someone says, "Here, try this," as long as it's not like, "Oh, 1 second. Oh my God, are you joking me?" For some reason, I just got a text message saying my data's rubbish. Oh no, 1 second, Dal. I don't think I'm going to come out of it. I need to make sure I'm on Wi-Fi, otherwise my stream will end. Why am I not on Wi-Fi? What is going on? Like, how much data have I used just doing this if I'm not on Wi-Fi?
You're a beginner at this shit.
I'm old. That's what it is. I'm old. I don't know how to do it. Don't know how to. Here we go. 1 second. Well, I might disappear. You can probably still hear me, but not see me.
You look much better. That looks much better. Let's keep it like this.
I'm on 4G.
Wow.
What am I doing?
You can have some of my 4G. You can have some of my
data in this stream.
Data. I've got unlimited data. I have.
I'm on a work contract and they're stingy. So,
Oh yeah.
right, 1 second. I need to come back into this. How do I go back into it? Here we go. Am I there? Am I there?
You're there. You're there, baby.
Right. There we go. So yeah, don't do drugs, kids. Right,
Drop
moving on. Moving on.
They two in the same house. No, we're not in the same. We're in the same village at the moment.
We're in the same village at the moment.
We're literally like 2 minutes down the road. But no, we're not in the same house.
We've got one of the things I was going to say, because although you say you weren't spoiled, right?
Yeah.
Are you mum's favourite?
I would say no. I would say you're the fucking favourite. You're the smart one. I'm just the one that works in the factory. Yeah.
Is that because I'm the most sensible though and the boring one?
Probably.
I think that's more like it, don't you?
You're the one that likes going clothes shopping and stuff like that. Like,
oh, she loves that shit, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And you don't. You're just like no.
Yeah.
Right. So this is a good question. So I've just downloaded the game. Not me personally. I've had the game before and I played it, and then I was like, no, this is a lot of work. Nah. So I just downloaded the game. Right. So I'm a newbie, same as some people might be in the stream here.
Most people. Yeah.
What advice would you give to me as a new player? This is quite a big question. And if you could start again, how would you take your journey? Don't forget YouTube, but playing the game. How would you start and move through the ranks? Tell me what you would do.
Well, if you're a new player and I was giving you advice, the first and best advice I would give you is go check out meadsy69's channel. You should be able to
salesman, see? You're a salesman.
But no, I'm proud of you,
bro. I'm proud of you.
Don't rush up the tiers. Like, take your time. Where most people now, so you've got tier 1, which is the first tier, and you've got tier 10, which is the big man's tier. Like, and people just want to get to that tier 10 as quick as possible. But then they realize they get to tier 10 and, oh my God, I can't play this because I'm shit. So I don't rush. I would definitely not rush. And yeah, not just my channel, but definitely watch these YouTube channels, and you will learn something. You will learn something. Not just mine. There is other channels that are better than at learning different things, like how to angle your tank, how to get like bounces, etc. But yeah, definitely
YouTube,
don't rush.
then.
Definitely
Watch YouTube and don't rush. Good stuff. Right, so you reckon you're like a tough guy. Do you reckon of the 3 brothers, who could you beat up? That's a good question, isn't it? Like, if you had to have a proper full-on
fight.
Like
well, I'm not going to choose
a proper punch in the face fight. Who would you choose? Who could you beat up?
I could. Well, you went boxing. You started doing amateur boxing, so I can't pick you. You'd beat the fuck out. I'd probably go with Andrew because he's the most biggest. Like, I could just punch him and run, sort of thing. You can't catch me.
Yeah,
I'd probably go Andrew, to be honest.
Andrew. So you choose Andrew out of the 4 of us to beat up then?
The second oldest brother,
yeah. Good question, right? Right. So you've been playing the game for a while now. Oh, hold on. I can't even read my own writing. Hold on. What does it feel like when this is a good one. Right. So you've been playing the game for 5 years. You've just admitted to there. Right. So what does it feel like? Because I've seen you gameplay occasionally, and I've seen you witness other people. What does it feel like when someone that's quite new whoops your ass?
It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Yeah. Sometimes
especially if you're streaming.
Yeah, and sometimes I do. Sometimes I get killed, and I get pissed off, and I'm like, I could have won that game, and it makes it worse when I check their stats at the end, and it's just like, seriously, that guy just killed me. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
It's you know what, I would find that massively embarrassing. Right, so on to some more, like, I've asked some like questions about the game a little bit. Actually, I don't know much about the tanks, but what is your favourite tank
My favourite tank is
in the game?
a tier 10 called the leopard one.
Right. Okay. And what's so good about that? Like, explain that to me as a newbie. Like, what's so good about that?
It's a medium tank, so it's got no armor. It's got no armor,
Right.
so you've got to be careful. And because it's got no armor, and these are the things where the newbies can, because they should be able to kill you, like, because you've got no armor. Anyone can penetrate you. But because it's got no armor, it makes you play things different. It makes you think about, like, do I need to do that? If I poke up this, then am I going to get shot? Where if you drive a heavy tank with a lot of armor, I'm not good really with tanks with a lot of armor. So people will say, like, the mouse, which has got a shit ton of armor. I'm not good in the mouse because I try and rely on that armor too much and I just get penetrated from everyone. Where the leopard one and things like the grill, they've got no armor. So it makes you think about it differently. And
so, like, for example, like, they're speedier, you get across the maps quicker and stuff like that, do you?
The accuracy, so you can shoot and it hits tanks and you're like, wow, how the fuck did that hit? But it's, the leopard one's my favorite.
Excellent. Right, off of tanks for just a moment. I know how much you love tanks, especially in real life.
Fuck you.
What's been your favourite holiday abroad? Where did you go and what's been your favourite one?
My favorite holiday, there is a couple for different reasons. One of my all-time favorites. Oh, hang on, I'm going to eat one of these actually because CJ's in the chat and he's America, and I told him about these sweets and they can't get them in America, so he ordered some.
What have you got? What sweets? Because I've got it on chat, so I can't see you properly.
Chocolate limes.
Oh, they're wicked.
They are wicked. They are so nice. So yeah, I've got a couple of favorite holidays for different reasons. And one of my all-time favorite was when I was a lot younger, and you'll probably know why, which was Ibiza.
Yes, Ibiza.
One of my favorites for many reasons. One, there was
a wicked holiday.
Many of us. There was loads of us. But
Josh was a baby.
He was a baby. I did kind of feel it was not as good for me because I was about 14. So everyone would fuck off to the clubs and I'd be at the apartment on my own, like with Josh, who's a little baby, things like that. But there were so many of us and we had such a fun time. And on top of that, for the whole holiday, we thought we'd met lesbians. Like, we thought there was lesbians. Do you remember that?
I remember how good looking they were.
Yeah, and we thought there was lesbians, and we was always like, they're definitely lesbians. I don't think they was. But yeah, so that was probably one of my all-time favorite holidays. But I was, like I said, I was about 14. But older, I would say Cuba. Cuba's one of my favorites.
That is one we went to with mum and dad, wasn't it?
Yeah, with mum and dad and my kids. Kieran wasn't born then, but it was amazing. It was so nice.
Yeah. It's so I know you, like, a little while ago you spoke about going to like Florida and stuff like that. Obviously things are a bit up in the air at the moment, but like, where would be, like, after lockdown's finished, if you had the opportunity to go, where would be your favorite place? Well, not go back to, where would be your first destination you'd love to go to the most?
There's a couple of places I really want to go. I want to go back to Cuba, but at the minute, obviously, there's no flights going to Cuba because of Thomas Cook was like the only place that went to Cuba. But Florida, I would definitely, like I said, and it's a shame because I did have Florida all booked. We booked it for next year, but I have had to cancel that because of reasons. So Florida is probably the place I really want to go, like, with the kids. There's a couple of places I want to next year, obviously, depending on how things work out with me and my wife and family. I really want to go to New York, just with me and the wife for our 10-year wedding anniversary next year.
10 years already.
10 years, yeah. So next year, I really wanting to go New York, just like, again, for like 4 days. Doesn't have to be long, just so we can have that nice 10-year wedding anniversary and hopefully make it extra special because we had to miss this year's. But as for all fatness, as I said, California places. I'd love to go these kind of places. California, Miami, like I'd love to go all these kind of places.
Yeah, I want to go to America. Never been. I'd love to go.
No, I've never been. But one of my all-time my dream holiday is the Maldives.
Really?
Love to go to Maldives, but with 4 kids, I mean, just with me and Kirsty, it'd cost about 10 grand to go for 2 weeks. So the kids are not coming. The kids are not coming.
Right. So, what is your favourite food? I'll tell you mine in a minute. But what's yours?
People will answer you this in the chat. They can
they know the answer, do they?
Just wait for it. The first answer will be the answer.
Right.
Here's my favourite food, guys. Come on.
Let's see who answers the question first.
Let's see who gets it
Darren
first.
Darren will send you a tank.
No, they will ask. There we go. Random human. You've got it. You've got it. The first question. The first answer. He's got it.
Kebab.
Love a doner kebab. Absolutely love a kebab.
I didn't know that. Do you know what my favourite food is? Do you know? Could you guess?
No.
I think you could. Have a guess. Have a little guess. Go on.
Burger? I don't know.
No, pizza. Pizza's my favourite.
Yeah.
Pizza. Absolutely love pizza. That's my favourite.
Everton, that is 100%. Kebab and cheesy chips.
Nice.
I can't have a kebab without cheesy chips. It's most of the time. It's funny because I always order a takeaway, and it's mostly always a kebab and cheesy chips. I always eat the cheesy chips first because you can't. If they go cold, it's horrible. So I always eat the cheesy chips first. And because lately I've lost weight and my appetite's gone really down. Normally I'll eat the cheesy chips and I'm stuffed. So I've got to put the kebab in the microwave and have it later. But I can never just order a kebab, and I can never just order cheesy chips. But yeah, kebab and cheesy chips is my favorite. Home cooked meals. It's probably chicken enchiladas, but only the way Kirsty does it. Kirsty, she does it like the exact way I love it. Mum done them the other day.
Yeah. Did she fuck it up?
Yeah, it wasn't half as nice as what Kirsty does it. Yeah.
Did you have to go like, this is really nice.
Yeah, it was lovely, Mum. Yeah.
Then you gave it to the dog in the kitchen.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't Kirsty's chicken wraps.
Nice. So, what would you say is your favourite alcoholic drink? You can see I've got a drink here. You're not drinking. You don't really drink, do you?
No.
No. Have you got a favourite alcoholic drink though?
Yeah, just beer. I love Disaronno. Disaronno I like. Disaronno and Coke. Only because it tastes like Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper's like my favourite drink. But yeah, just a beer. I do like a beer. Don't get me wrong, I do love a beer every now and again. But
any beer? Have you got a favourite?
Any beer. Doesn't matter. As long
Heineken or Carlsberg for me.
Carlsberg I'd go for out of both. But yeah, Budweiser, any kind of beer like that.
And you know what? I really don't know this about you. This is really weird, but this is one thing that I mean to ask you. And I don't know why I don't know this about you, but what's your favourite music? Type of music? Because you're not really into music that much,
No. I listen to a lot of music only because Kirsty loves fucking music. And she's into this like not happy hardcore, but she's into the club kind of music.
Yeah.
But I'm not really
terrible taste in music, to be fair. That is.
No, I'm things like I'm a mixture. I love all kind of music. Like I love Eminem, Dr. Dre, like Ed Sheeran, fucking and then R&B, just 1980s music, the old fucking reggae. Like I'm a mixture. Like I love a lot of different. It's all mixed. There's no particular favorite really.
I think I love reggae. I love.
Back in the day, it was a bit of drum and bass.
What for you?
Yeah, getting drunk with your friends, bit of drum and bass, did a bit of drugs, but
yeah. See, that wasn't my scene. I loved my favorite was garage music because that was like my era when I was clubbing. So I would say garage, reggae, anything. I love some rock music. I love people like Kings of Leon and Foo Fighters and stuff like that as well, and Killers. I've been to see. I don't know if you know about this, to me. Have you like? I've been to see a lot of people live. Not for a long time, but most people you could name, like especially on the rock scene, I've been to see a lot of people live. Did you know that or not?
We've been to see Usher. We've been to see
Yeah,
Usher.
that was like literally one of the shittest things I think I've ever been to. He was like literally the worst person I think I've ever been to live, and you probably enjoyed that.
It was all right.
So
His dancing was better than his singing, at least.
yeah, that's true. No, I mean you need to go to work somewhere where there's a mosh pit and everyone's like beating shit out of each other and like throwing beer everywhere and like that is wicked. Right, so this is another, like I'm getting towards the end of my questions, but so someone started their own YouTube channel, and we've already said that I didn't get on to my final point on this. I said that although it's okay to ask for help, don't be offended if you don't get it. I'm of the realm that if you build something yourself and you've done this and you build your following, and that comes from people liking your stuff and growing it organically, there's something really, really rewarding about growing your channel on your own.
Yeah, of course.
Now, there's a lot of people that just start out that ask for help, and I've not got a problem with that. But if you say no, they need to accept it, move on.
Yeah.
And you can't help everyone. We've touched on that. But try and get to my point is that if you're going to do it and start your channel, you need to do it yourself. You can't. The odd helping hand and a bit of luck along the way is awesome, and when you get it, great. I'm not saying don't get help. It's good when you can. But if you're not prepared to put the work in, you're not prepared to put the hours in, your channel will not grow, and you know that. What advice would you give to someone starting a new channel with what you do with World of Tank Blitz?
Social media is where that's where I started. Social media, like World of Tanks Blitz. The same, maybe for you as well. Like, if you're on Facebook, maybe join all the fucking fragrance channels pages there is, and so yeah, I'll social media is where I originally started, and every single video I'd post on a social media page. But also maybe like collaborate, with other YouTubers as well. And there are a few players in the game, just like he's Royal Fatness, like everyone knows him. And I gave him a shout out, but not a lot of people knew he had a channel. So I was just pushing people towards like, oh, this guy has got a channel, like, and everyone subbed to him because they know who he is, but they just wasn't aware that he had a channel. So that's where I come in and say, look, guys, like he's got a channel, go sub to him. Like, I would never say sub to someone if I don't think it's worth subbing to.
Sorry, my button's undone on my shirt.
And as Blitz is now, like a lot of it is done through Discord, and there's so many Discord channels. Every single clan has got a Discord server. So just get yourself on these Discord servers. Most Discord servers, I mean, my own Discord server, I've got nearly 6,000 members, and I've got a separate channel on there that people can post their videos. So just get onto Discord servers, get onto all these channels and post your videos. Like, make yourself known. And
I've just got my belly out.
Collaborate with people. You what?
I have my belly out, and people start putting in the comments, one of my buttons had come undone, and I got my big belly out. So yeah, I know I look like in pretty good shape, but I've eaten too much cake during lockdown, so not been boxing for 12 weeks, which is like bad. So great. I was listening, Darren. That's a sort of little minor thing with the dogs playing up. They decide they want to have a fight while not fight, but playing while I'm doing my live stream. So I was listening, but that
kind of thing always happens to me. Like there could be a new tank coming like today, and I haven't made the footage yet, and I'm like, right, I need to make this footage, and the only time I can make it is downstairs. Kieran's there, and I'm sitting there thinking, right, can I make it? Can I turn the TV down without him really realizing? And he's just sat there. He's just sat on the sofa, quiet as anything. I'm like, right, perfect. As soon as I start talking, oh my God, cars go flying across the room, dinosaurs that make roaring noises. Like, seriously, Kieran? Like, you was quiet for the last 2 hours. As soon as I start talking, that's when he makes noise. So
Funny
yeah,
how things go like that. So people have been in here for quite a long time now. This is good. I mean, it's not your normal thing that they'd see you doing. What I'll do is before we go to like people that are viewing and then asking questions, what have you got any questions at all? Because I haven't got you prepared for that, but I thought, well, no, I won't prepare you. Have you got any questions you'd like to ask that you think that like your viewers would like to know or not? Oh, got you there, didn't I?
No, not really. But I know that there's a few things that I need to change with the channel, and a lot of that people moan every single video, dude, sort your mic out. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I know this, but these phones are not fucking cheap. Like, the phone I'm getting, if I was to buy it outright, is £800. Like, I can't just go out and buy an £800 phone. Like, and I don't want to just go out and buy a cheap phone. I want to buy a phone where I can play the game in top quality, so I can have the best graphics, which is why I got the Razer phone, because the graphics is amazing. So people was like, dude, your mic shit. I fucking know it's shit, but at the moment, unless you're going to give me £800, deal with it. Like, until I can get a new phone, you're going to have to deal with it. So finally, like I said, I've got a new phone. It should come Tuesday, so hopefully I can start recording with I've got a microphone. Like, it's in here somewhere, but I can't use it. Like, I've got a really good mic, and it's a really good mic, but I can't use it because my phone is fucked. Like, I can't even charge my phone.
There's a difference in the video quality. I'll see someone mention that. The reason for that is because Darren's having to do this from this laptop, because when you stream via this, you can't do it via a phone. So you have to do it via desktop or laptop with a webcam. And I'm using my phone, so I got the better end of the deal with the screen quality, just because it's nothing other than Darren can't use his phone, I can. So that's the only difference for that.
Yeah, I've got
what I would say to you,
camera here, you know.
If you could get a decent set of headphones with a decent mic, I'll tell you what, Dad, these iPod, like these for a mic, they work brilliantly. They really do.
Yeah, my mic is perfect. Like, let me actually one sec. Let me find it.
Right, I'm going to get some questions from you shortly, people in the room. So get your questions ready, and then what I'll do is I'll answer some questions for you.
Right, so the mic I got, I don't even know what it's called. It's like purple something. Oh my god, there's literally, it's just sitting on my bedroom floor because I haven't been able to use it. Let me just untangle it.
Hey everyone, hey, thanks for joining us, by the way, on this live. I know it's a bit different. Darren was doing me a little bit of a favour, just while Darren finds his microphone, by helping me get to 1,000 subs, and he posted in his community post a couple of nights ago that we're going to be doing a live today, and I thought that between the live and the community post I would get to 1,000. I was on like 930, and that went to over 1,000 in one night. So before we even did the live, I've smashed the 1,000 target. So Darren kindly still agreed to do it. So there we go. I'm going to be having to go fairly soon because my wife wants dinner, I want dinner, so I'm getting quite hungry. But what we're going to do just before I go is I'll ask your questions to Darren. So I've heard a few people mention about my tattoo, Darren. So yeah, thank you.
This is the mic I got, so it just clips on. Like, it's a really good mic, but at the moment I just can't use it because my phone is like completely screwed.
Hey Barry, there's one of my subs, and I subbed to Barry. Barry's in the chat. Hi Baz.
Hi Buzzer.
Bex, you can do your dinner and stuff.
Is that Lost Keys? No, who's Lost Keys? Is that Barry?
No, Barry's Sensualize.
Ah.
Pizza with pineapple, Tony. No, I've got pizza though, Barry. It's a Saturday night. I always have pizza on a Saturday night. Pizza and a beer. It's got to be done. Everything. So someone said, "Who's Fragdicted?" I'm Darren's brother. So I thought that we'd do a little stream to let you get to know Darren. So right, while you're getting your mic down, I'm going to get some questions done. I do need to go soon.
Yeah, I've already done it. This one.
All right. Okay. So have you shown your mic up to the camera? Because I can't see the camera. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, brilliant. So, right, hi Meadsy, hi Fragrance Guy, brother of Meadsy. Hello, everyone. Meadsy's name is Darren. Darren is Meadsy. Yes, that's right.
Correct.
Right.
Luckily, I'm not. Luckily, I'm not
Shalom to
hiding
you.
my real name, isn't it?
It is. Darren, what is the what is the date of the 7.0 update? Have you got a date or not?
I have got a date, but I can't announce.
Are you allowed to say?
I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to.
All right, fair enough.
But everyone knows. Everyone knows it's like soon.
I've seen this a few times. It's like, when will you marry Pantouf?
We've just got a joke going. Originally, I said to him, once he gets to 10,000 subs, we'll get married. He's now on.
What about babies?
Nah, babies are not.
You've done your.
I've done my deeds.
Done your, for the existence of humanity, but yeah, you've overdone yours.
But yeah, everyone knows the updates on the 17th of June. So.
Right. Okay. 17th. Everyone knows that already, do they?
Yeah, everyone does.
Any more questions at all for Darren? Have we got any more questions for meadsy69? Before we go, everyone's gone a bit quiet.
Mr. Rock and Roller.
Who have the most girls of 4 brothers? Who was the handsome one?
Definitely you.
Definitely you. Answer that one.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how many women Tony's had, and I don't know if he wants to answer that loudly with his wife down there. But I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been with my wife since I was at school, so that's the only girl I've been with. Like, because I've been with her for so long. Like, I'm 31, and I've been with her nearly 16 years. Like, we've been together since we were 14 originally, 13. So yeah, I've only had the one girl.
Good on you. I haven't.
Moving on.
Moving on quickly.
I've only had one bit of pussy, baby.
Man U or Liverpool, Dal? Who do you prefer out of those two?
Liverpool.
Liverpool. Okay. Do you both cheer Tottenham? We do indeed. Yes. Blink twice if it's more than 30 goals. No, I'm not doing that. Not getting involved in that chat at all. Right, I think that's about it.
Do you remember back in the day when in our old house in London, where you had that weird door and it had a hole in it, and I was peeking for you and your girlfriend, didn't you throw a phone at me or punch it or something? No. I think you punched it. Yeah,
and you went flying across the hallway.
I was like, I was looking through this little peephole, and all of a sudden a fist come through the door. It was it wasn't a door like this door. It was like a fucking weird plasticky door, wasn't it? That just slides across.
Yeah.
Just peeking through and bang, like, what the fuck, Mum? You just punched me.
Yeah, he landed halfway across the hallway, as I remember as well. I was like, don't fucking do that. Right, so yeah, I don't play World. I tried, but I'm useless. So, like, congratulations to you all for playing, because it's not something that really I like too much. You know what? I probably could really get into it, to be fair, but it's the time. It is the time. I can't do everything. So, right, Dal, I'm going to have to get going for dinner, but literally awesome stream. If anybody wants us to do this on a more regular basis, or then just let us know. Hit Darren up, and we will get together, and I'll get some more questions for Darren, and we'll maybe make him a bit redder in some other. I think I've let him off in this stream, so we'll get some.
Too much, like, to be honest, because
we know it anyway, don't we? Most of it. So
probably, yeah. I don't think there'll be too many.
But your sub, you're probably quite open with your subs, so you're quite good. But Darren, will probably be doing a live later. Don't forget to donate to Darren. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel. Don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to come and sub to me.
The link should be in the description for Tony's channel.
Thank you, mate. Cheers, and yeah, thanks for doing the stream. Appreciate it. I really enjoyed it.
It was fun.
Excellent. And right, well, I'll let you sign out. Thank you, mate. Enjoy yours. I'll let you sign out, and thanks for everyone for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Yourselves. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Hopefully I'll come back live soon. I'll see you. Maybe not. I don't know. But cheers. See ya.
Cheers, everyone. Take care of yourselves.